So let's bring in Maxim Group Managing Director Tom Forte and our own Steve Kovac, who's there on site in Cupertino. Tom, very often there's kind of a collective yawn after these developer conferences. We saw it out of Google I/O. The stock went down, Alphabet did, but then popped later. There were some surprises in here, not a lot, but is it enough to keep the iOS and overall Apple ecosystems going, to keep developers engaged, do you think?
So I appreciate your collective yawn comment. I was thinking that it's not often that I exit a developer conference most excited about seeing a movie. In this case, Formula One looks amazing. I do think the liquid glass design is beautiful, but that's what we expect from Apple. What really disappoints me was that there was little new information on the much needed upgrade to Siri from artificial intelligence. They basically suggested we stay tuned till later this year. So I like your collective yawn comment. Formula One looks amazing. And I would say the liquid glass design is beautiful.
Steve, as you predicted last week on Overtime, it seemed like Apple was pretending that last year didn't happen. Siri barely came up, right?
Barely at all. And to Tom's point, they did mention, Craig Federighi, the software boss, did mention that they need more time to work on Siri. And then, yeah, silence. No more Siri after that. There were some Apple Intelligence stuff that was announced, some new features. There's some new additions to visual intelligence, which, by the way, uses some of OpenAI's technology. There's that live translation thing, nothing we haven't seen before from Google or Meta and so many other companies. But yeah, if you were coming into this event, John, hoping for some blockbuster AI announcement like we got last year, you did not get that. This is now, we're at this point where we look forward to the fall event for the next catalyst, which would be the new iPhones, and if there's anything they can do there to move the needle. But right now, I will just say, just looking around here at Apple Park in Cupertino, we had people on the inside with all the developers. Just the reception overall was quite muted, and that's because the bar was pretty low going into today. And after failing to deliver on that AI update to Siri, John, they had to make sure everything they said today would actually ship. And so it feels like they'll do that, just a little bit underwhelming, perhaps.
Tom, where, if anywhere, do you see Apple exposed right now competitively? And I mean that to say it's different if there's a competitor out there who could steal share from Apple in crucial markets, maybe in China. They've got AI features that Apple doesn't have, and those have proven to be popular. But if it's just a situation where there are a bunch of people out there experimenting and Apple's experiments aren't out yet, nobody's gaining significant traction, I'm not sure if there's real investor damage. What do you think?
Well, I think there's investor damage to the extent that you've seen sustained weakness in China on heightened, competitive pressure in China. So if you looked at the March quarter, they had low single-digit declines in revenue, which was improvement from the double-digit declines in the December quarter. But not having, lived up to the Apple Intelligence hype from last year, I think is a challenge. That all said, favorable results in London in the trade talks between the U.S. government and the Chinese government could be a massive catalyst for the stock, independent of the developer conference.